Um. Oh, darkness. Hi. Hello, Apple. I don't know why I suddenly had the sparkle thing, like, tune in my head, but howdy. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, as for, like, server management stuff, thank you, first of all. But also,
Each enemy is
like,
more powerful
I
than
don't know,
before.
I feel like
True mastery
if
of the Tenno arsenal
they
will
actually
help you
want to
succeed.
join, they should at least be like, oh hi, you know, rather than just like entering the server and then immediately just doing nothing, and then we all have to go like, okay, are you real? And like they don't respond. Oh my, oh yeah, right, yep, Warframe dog.
Did I forget to mention that the scrubbers are
Why is
prone
it
to
status immune?
spore buildup that can
Fascinating.
spontaneously form a creature that'll absolutely bump your therapist up a tax bracket? Shoot off any buildup and you shouldn't have a problem!
Yeah, no, the base damage on this is horrendous, so...
Spores collecting on that scrubber. You need to shoot them off. Breathing easier?
The upside to this build is that my dog, as always, is just incredibly, incredibly murderous. So it will just get rid of anything in my way, even if I'm not very... even if my weapon is kinda bad. Which in this case it is.
Code injected. Hell scrubbers emerging.
I'm sure I could make it work somehow, but this thing really is like a little spray paint can. And yeah, it is not particularly powerful. Like, I've at least managed to inject some range into it, but damage-wise, it's gonna need some help. Enfield is releasing Thursday, so put the time. Ooh. Enfield is Arknight, right? Yeah, slight epilepsy warning, I guess, because this is a blast build. Like, oh hi, hi, from yeah, the Vincubus is great. Of course, it does mean I have to hop off my board, but at least I have the Vincubus. Also, I think it's really funny that you can see I have overguard right now, right? And all that overguard is from my hound, for whatever reason, as Cool Kid had once brought up. But yeah, sometimes pet damage can trigger secondary fortifier, which is kind of funny. And then where's the secondary fortifier? It is not on my Ember list, by the way, because my Ember list is already bad at dealing damage enough. No, this the fortifier is on my Marsalon, which isn't even out. I'm not even like, I didn't even bring it out, but whatever, right? Whatever works. Is this somehow getting killed? Which, I haven't formatted this at all, by the way. This is a, like, I put one potato in, and this is what the spray paint can is doing so far. It's gonna not do amazingly against the Acolyte. Because there's no crit, it's all status. And I think it already put... come here. Oh wait, I can just do this. Rolling, arcane, triggering, trigger. Wait, Kareen activates Shivering Contagion? Are you... there's no way. There's no way. That's amazing if it does. Oh my goodness. No way. Like, I kind of see how, but what? Alright, alright. That's okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? Melee Kareen Shivering Contagion. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Skull
Yeah,
Princess,
sure.
I'm taking the opportunity to make
Goodness.
some new acquisitions. Like this. Don't worry, I'll share. You've done enough. Marking extraction. I mean, you could do more. A lot more. You've really just done the minimum at this point.
I'm wondering if it's better to run an encumber build or whether to try and force crit into this. Because this weapon has like a 1.5 crit multi, so I feel like just going pure status is gonna be the way.
As you conquer the foe,
Kareen, yeah.
so you conquer
Saying epilepsy
yourself.
wanting to you have a point. You have a point. A lot of these things, a lot of Warframe is just visual. Everything. It's kind of funny. Like, sometimes people are, I don't know what I'm seeing on my screen. What's Warframe about? And I'm like, but what is Warframe about? You know, good question. Good question. I have a video in the works, actually, with the Ocucore in it. It's about the fact that, blueprint or resource structure. We have so many Omniformer blueprints, but like, what's another, right? Kill tech rock with melees. I'm sorry, but I'm a skater girl, so like. I'm sure my hound can get melee kills for me. But yeah. It's gonna be a video about kind of weapons I like using with Citrine. I am probably gonna re-record it just cause like I forgot to put a script beforehand, and so it's a bit like I couldn't remember what what I listed because I had weapons in mind, but then I forgot to list them down on a piece of paper. So it's like, wait, no, did I want to talk about this one? No. Because, like, there's some weapons which I do enjoy, but don't work with Citrine. Yeah, with Citrine as well, which is obviously a bummer. But, like, the Vidaria Prime, for example. Vidaria Prime is a fun weapon. I like running it, especially on Chroma. But, does not really synergize with Citrine. The, probably one of the biggest, like, one of the biggest bummers when it comes to the Vidaria Prime is the fact that the lightning bolts do not seem to trigger, prismatic gem. And obviously the lightning bolts cannot benefit, consistently from, whatchamacallits. No, they can't, there you go, see? Melee kill. Cannot, benefit directly from the crystallized either. Does anyone ever wondered, does Hydro have autism? I always do the supply caches to the best of my ability because I don't want the NPC to be angry at me.
Tekron's proper pissed off. Hitters coming out of every nook and crook.
Anyways, enough colorful explosions to make an unborn be true. Then, those born after are like, they're still reeling from it regardless. It's really funny, cause I find this game to be a very brain-off game, but my girlfriend, like, always, like, locks in, like, in her mind she locks in whenever she picks up Warframe. But she's so used to very tactical shooters, very, like, situational positioning, like, you know, formations and everything. So, playing Warframe, which is, well, as you can see right now, I'm skating through an underground mall with a laser firing tendrils at enemies. Like, she's like, no, I have to be focused on this. And it's like, well, I mean, you can, but you also don't have to. You really don't. It's kind of amusing. I mean, and I kind of understand because I play the games some of the games she plays because she introduced me to them. But like, no, there's so much visually going on in Warframe that it's best to just not think. It's not autism, it's pre-required social anxiety and most of us have. You know, good point. Right? What's a little gaming without being anxious that you're gonna upset a fictional character? This is very interesting though, because like there's a side of me which like cares about the NPCs, and then there's the side of me which is like, well, they're all fiction and they're all written, so it's like, I guess that is the left and the right thing, so to speak. It's just very amusing to me that it is the case. Because I was discussing the other day about character designs that are sexualized, and I thought it was a very interesting topic because, like, there's like different people have different perceptions of it, but the definition that I was using in the discussion, like the definition that I gave, um, in that discussion was perceivable artist and designer and creator intent. Like, if I look at the design, can I see it and go, the artist wanted me to be attracted to the character in a certain way? Because if the answer is yes, then I would consider that a thing for the character. That flips when you get a new player caught up where the game goes into podcast mode. Yeah, that's... I suppose. I suppose also it comes with a power spike, because when you are newer, you don't have so many mods, you don't have galvanized. So it's this strange, like, oh, I need to manage my abilities and everything. And then when they get to the point where they're like insanely powerful, it's like, oh, okay, driving on my Merlina right after a beer. Yeah. Who do I want to bring this time? But yeah, see if the Acarius can sustain itself. A lot of the time it can.
Each enemy is more
So
powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
it is kind of hilarious having a little brother, because like for example that like that Asgard whatever that game, whatever that parody is called, right? Like that song. I have to pretend it's not funny because, like, you know, gotta raise him up to be at least a little. Oh right, I have Pistolier. Gotta make it at least seem like we've got some decorum around here.
This sector is home to a Scaldra high security cache. If Fervon charges will get you inside, but you gotta be quick. They're rigged
yeah.
to self-destruct.
There's so many things where like he'll say something and I'll be like, hey, don't do that. You know, like it's inconsiderate or you know. Especially because it's like, oh, this is something that technically I would be cool with, but like we don't want to have him accidentally say this in front of like the grandparents, you know.
Deadlock permanently. Clock ticking.
Like how about you? Like you don't want him to be saying that in front of the grandparents, because they're like, what is he talking about driving under influence? Like, you know, so yeah, but it's just kind of funny as well because it's like we have to pretend that it's not funny at all. Wait, why did it make the sound like I picked something up and then it didn't pick it up? And then the car blew up instead because I walked next to it. Is it inside this building? It is. Pretty important in Warframe. Design philosophy, making frames with anatomical perfection and objectification and distance. Yeah. Although that's the ballast side of things. From like the DE side of things, right? Like which of them, like, it's kind of like, for example, Ember Heirloom, you know that they were like, haha, one character, the fans are gonna be into this, like Ember, Valkyr, but then there's like Yareli I would not consider, because the design of Yareli speaks very much to being mischievous.
You're halfway. More up ahead.
And that is also just kind of her character, but like she's kind of like the cool, fun skater girl. So I at least think that the design intention for her is not for you to be into her that way, so to speak. Like, you can be attracted to the character. I mean, I know somebody who calls her wife, and I'm all for that. I'm in full support of that. I'm very happy for our dear friend, but at the same time, like the design choices I don't think were for you to be physically attracted to Yareli or Yareli Prime, as much as to find her really fun. And I mean, that is one form of attraction after all. It is to just find a character really fun. Yeah, the character is just kind of crazy, huh? Oh, hi.
Me? I'd be nothing without these guys.
Boink. Oh my goodness, one more to space. Okay, fine. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh, and Mania's here. What are you doing? Kind of funny. I didn't even need those bullets to defeat Mania. I just had my dog punch it, bite it to death. But yeah. I think Ballast being, he's not misogynist. Well, he is, I think. He's like misogynist, but he's also just evil. I think does come into play with some of those, like, some of the Warframes when they write them. But I do also think that sometimes it is just kind of, yeah, sometimes it's like Korra, you kind of know had a certain thing in mind, especially with the Urushu. Yeah. But like Gara, even though she is, in my opinion, I really like Gara's design. I do think she's kind of hot, still of a lady in armor. But that's not. I don't think she's designed to be physically attractive, so to speak, as much as she is meant to be very, you know, powerful, regal. You know. Of course, it does. The question of artist intent is always like, how much can you really tell? But to me, it's like, can I discern it? And I'm saying specifically me because it is subjective, right? Whether it's discernible. Can I discern it? If I can discern that, you know, they want you to be physically attracted, then I'm gonna say so. Like that's on me.
The last of them.
And again, my
Time to go
discernment.
home.
Horror Prime, right? Oh. Yeah, so that's why it's like Korra had they knew there was a plan when they called Yoreli fatuous nymph. I was like, this sounds so, you know, but like I don't think that's what they meant because there's nothing in it, like for anyways. But no, I think her whole thing is just meant to be more that she's a sneaky sly one. Oh wait. I need to replenish my Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade. Actually, I don't. Because I just need to poke them once. So, actually I don't. Anyways. Yeah. So, like, the characters that I consider to not be, like, inherently specialized, but, still I find them to be, like, something about them is still quite, like, attractive to me. GLaDOS from Portal. Her design does not give off anything inherently,
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
yeah, inherently like something where a designer would want you to be physically attracted to her. And yet I think there's something about GLaDOS's design that, you know. So when people talk about Hear Me Out, GLaDOS is pretty much always gonna be on my list because she's not conventional, but there's definitely something. There's definitely something. The shoulder. Sorry, my friend just posted that in a different server. I wonder if they'll ever add another. If they'll ever add, like, I don't know how to say this. But Quincy's character was both really, and it's both like really nice and a bit questionable. I don't think they meant anything, so to speak, by making him the somewhat how do I say, hormonal guy who's also you know, quite aggressive and having the black guy. I don't think they meant anything by that specifically, but I do think it, when it comes to representation, is a little questionable. Yeah, and having the Indian guy be the nerd, it is very Overwatch, if I'm gonna be honest, but it's kind of whatever, because at least they're trying something, and it's, yeah, it could have been worse, you know, it could have been worse. It is very much it does very much feel like an Overwatch situation where like, oh, of course immediately the character I think of is Mei. Not because I think there's anything offensive with Mei, but just because I like Mei. But like, oh, Chinese character's a scientist. Oh, Korean's a gamer. Like, oh, Japanese are the ninja and the former samurai. And every Japanese person knows one another. Like, it is a bit, it makes you wonder. It does raise an eyebrow, but I don't think it's malicious, and I don't think it's like bad necessarily that they tried. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's particularly offensive as much. It's not for me to say, but I hope at least that it's not offensive. I personally think it's not very insulting, because I do think Quincy has a great place in the story, and I do appreciate the fact that he's willing to be very frank. He balances very well with Arthur in that aspect. Mania really wants me, huh? I feel like I've had Mania like 3 times in a row. But yeah, it is kind of, you know. Yeah, I love the fact that Quincy is verbal to balance out Arthur's silent brooding demeanor, and I do like the way that he is like very much like caring guy who is like watching out for his people. Yeah, it's just some parts of his character do kind of raise an eyebrow. Talking Quincy's character, he's a favorite dating character. Many has true. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, I think they did a good job with the character writing. It's just that your first impression of Quincy in the KIM system, being him being kind of horned, is a bit, I don't know, it is a bit a bit concerning, to put it simply. Okay, so first of all, Acarius Prime, we need to lower the darkness. The darkness? Yeah, we need to lower the energy color. Let's try that. Let's take you for one more spin, and then we're gonna use a different gun. But yeah.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
I guess also he does kind of go with Eleanor when it comes to the, like, if you're not, like, if you need someone who is very much just kind of, actually all the hex characters are kind of horny, but the thing is, well, Eleanor is kind of the like baby's first freak kind of, yeah, and then I don't know, because Letty requires a bit of understanding of
Use the
proper
Fervon
tough
charges
love.
to mount the locks and get inside. But I gotta tell you, they will not be happy about it if you do.
Whereas, like, Aoi is kind of just, like, Aoi is like really just cheery, happy, like,
Crack that cash soon? It's gonna
like she does have her moments, but it's usually after you romance her already, like after you're already romancing her, like, as compared to at the start. Whereas, like, when you're just chatting with Eleanor, right, and you go like, wait, can you use your tongue to, and she's like, yeah, and it's like, oh, okay. First of all, I didn't realize I could just ask you. Second of all, like, I didn't realize you just tell me that it feels good. Because the fact she says, yeah, it feels good, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like, I don't know. I'm not really somebody who's had a lot of friends who are that open about it. Now is different. I will say these days is a lot different. My friends are a lot more open about chatting about stuff like this, which is quite interesting. It's a new experience. But yeah, before my current friend group, it was kind of like, what? Like, why would you talk about that?
Looted the clubhouse.
You know?
Guess what? Their heaviest hitters are now on the way.
Give me a second. Excuse me, I said, give me a second. Thank you. Straying from spoilers on Quincy's, I haven't gone it, but I'm not really into Quincy, so you can kind of share about it. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just not so into guys. I'm very picky when it comes to guys, and none of the Warframe guys have really, yeah, not really. Yeah, I have a very specific type. Yeah. Because I like, when like, Cause a lot of my friends currently are like transgender lesbians, right? So, actually, I have like this one other Warframe friend, and like, she is into guys, and it's always so interesting because I'm like less used to chatting with people who are into guys, especially like women who are into guys, and so it's like, Mania again! Oh my goodness, bro want me for real.
Yeah? Okay.
There's barely any tech rot in the area. This is purely a civilian purge.
Mania want me
Clearing
for
out
real.
so the Skuldra loyal can move in. I hate Skuldra.
This is a... I'm like whipping all my Tenokais. Come on. Anyways. New screens for me walking in Discord too. I mean, Apple is... I don't think Apple is transgender. I don't know. Who's to say, right? But, yeah. Like, there are a decent few lesbians in my server. But I think my server itself has a decent variety. Hey, yeah, no, it's a decent variety. Mostly people like women though, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I kinda know why, it's because, you know, usually it matches the streamer, but it's okay if you like guys. And yeah, very much chill, and also like it's kind of like, oh, if you like guys, that's good. That means that guys have someone. It means that guys have someone, you know, because it's usually not gonna be me. I'm also partly of the like Fujo mindset of like men. Usually men know, surely a man would know how to treat a man better than some women would, and also some men probably understand other men better, and thus it's better for them to spend that energy catering to other men. It does kind of come also from like having seen a lot of like what masculinity kind of seems to, like the concept of masculinity seems to do to some people. Like, if you're at the end of the day appealing to men, right? Are you sure you don't want to just like date one, right? Because if like you're caring so much about catering to other men's opinions and preferences, then why are you trying to date a woman who may not have the same preferences, you know, as a lot of the men that you are focused on appealing to. That's how I think about it, anyways. The flirty side of Quincy is pure masking. And when you try pursuing, he drops it. You get a whole TV drama confrontation about him trying to keep distant. I do kind of get that vibe. Yeah, I see. I see that. Yeah. And it's understandable. But he's just not my type. You know. But sorry. But you know. It's really nice though that they give him the multiple dimensions. And I think that is always a sign of pretty good writing. Why do I have like extra damage, but like conditional extra damage? Why do I have conditional extra damage? Well, what does it mean? Yeah, well, why does it just increase? I mean, I don't mind more damage, but like, is it like pistol amp or something? Is that doing it? Oh, I do have pistol amp. Yeah, okay, that's probably it. She's gloom. I could. It's just a funny build though, cause like you kind of need arcane blessing. All my Yareli builds are like armor shard or like health conversion health tanks, just so that Marilena can health tank. Anyways, I mean, I could try to sign out Gamma Core. I don't know. I mean, it's 20 seconds. It's 20 seconds of diffusion and 14 seconds of shot. Surely that's enough. Surely. Sign out Gamma Core, your beloved. Carry me to catching up. Oh. I just like it because I like Suda, to be honest. Though it is also really fun, like, weapon because of its grouping and everything. Bears in some of the internet art are pretty messed. I mean, well, you know, they are bears. But yeah.
Crew. Unsolicited cacophony detected.
I kind of like the other side, you know, the opposite of bears.
Through the speaker.
But like, probably not with the same terminology, because isn't that mostly for like men who like men? Like if you said like, oh, someone's a bear, like usually you assume that the person also is like likes other men. That or the person who's saying that is someone who likes other men, and it's usually a man. The major factor. Yeah, yes. Like, okay. I may have on Twitter spoken to the optimization guy of Warframe, and I was like, what was it? He was saying, "Ooh, I got something secret in the works. I can't tell y'all yet, but I look forward. But I'm excited for it." And I was like, "Can't wait for the 2-hour Cephalon Suda X Crescentile kissing scene." And he was like, "That's a good idea." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't expect him to read it." I mean, he's a pretty chill fella. Like, and he had, I think he had, like, he's liked my comments before, so I know he does read them, but I didn't expect him to respond, especially not with, "That's a good idea." I'm like, oh, So if in any of the dev streams you see a Cephalon Suda romance scene, you know what happened. And I just want to say, you're welcome, you know. What can I say, except you're welcome.
If Magma gives us one more passive-aggressive smile, I'm gonna snap. Alright, who's ready for the next song?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. And I don't know, there's just something about Cephalon Suda, which I just really like. Actually, no, I know what it was. Octavius Anthem. when her persistence in curiosity and the fact that she was willing to risk herself to discover the tune behind Octavia, right? I really, really like that.
Please,
Like,
keep showing us your support.
she's quite, she's quite tough, but also very sweet, you know. And that dedication, that's the forge, not the central. Adding impact frames on the handshake over that, right? Oh my god. But yeah. I don't know, I really like her character. I really do.
We have the best fans in the world. For soul's sake, don't take this out on me.
Build that robotic blunders. Yeah! 2026, we cracking robots. I mean, you know. But yeah, I'm just saying, like Cephalon Suda is also on my Cephalon Suda is also on my hear me out list. Like next to GLaDOS. So yeah, I really pray that they never fix the don't get hit by stage effects. Well, or rather, I hope they never fix Merlina non-counting, because I would not be able to do this otherwise. I don't have enough depth perception to be unaffected. Like yeah, I cannot. I cannot.
Let's make some noise! Yeah!
Oh, you can group the decoys up with them. Anyways. The only kind of AI you unfolds. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Why is it zooming in on Zeke's crotch? I'm not into that. Zeke is also not my type. Actually, yeah, very, very few. Very, very few. I'm very picky. Unless a guy is like really sweet, then I can kind of put aside a lot of things for a person who's very sweet and very caring. Because I'm kind of like, if anybody has a good heart, they're already gonna get plus points from me. Like appearance, right? Specifications. We are talking about the robots as well. Like, you just blood altered me. Oh yeah, take down packet. True, it's a Hideo Kojima shot. Walk me, right? Please count. But yeah. Yes! Yes! Oh! Okay. Oh, we are so alright, alright, alright.
Slow clap. They are done. Moving on.
Alright. Imagine if that didn't come. I would be so sad. Like, that's like anybody who doesn't know the Marilena trick is like they're gonna suffer because having to not get hit by stage attacks is like, well, at least for me, practically impossible. Like the ground fire wave, yeah, I can do that. The kind of everything else, I don't know. The fireworks one is quite difficult. The the like floodlights one is, yeah, the floodlights one is kind of weird because of camera angles. Um, the sweeping red laser is like impossible. Um, yeah. Alright, got heart. I'm pretty sure we already have the heartbeat ephemera, but like cool. More live, more live pilled heart cells. And now we have the 19th. I do not know how many challenges are in this thing. Complete. But, uh, 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 ah, ah, uh, uh, how does Roathe know about temporal Archimedia? Who gave him, who told, oh my, uh, oh, I suppose so.
What you do still better. I thought this would be right up your alley.
I mean, maybe. Oh, these are horrible. Bottom roll, bass assist on radiation. Cost assist with electric is always okay, but bottom roll is pretty bad. Nearly max roll Hirudo.
Let's do this again.
Let me clear my inventory a little bit, by which I mean, I have one slot and I have an Alternox, which I no longer need. Is there any other weapon that I would like to bid farewell? Technically the Fang Prime, but like, nah, I'll just hold on to it, you know. Just so that I have it. The Phage is another weapon that I kinda wanna make work someday, but leave that till another time. Oh, I recently crafted the Viper Wraith, but I think the only Viper mods there are is the Viper mod is like the infinite ammo one, right? With headshots.
You may of course touch the lead. It was lovely catching up.
But Hiwudo 60% already, so I don't need that.
Always a pleasure. What'd you say?
I don't know, I don't feel like doing temporal Elite Archimedia. I was doing like non-elite with no modifiers just yesterday night, and I still died. I was playing Frost, and like even with Icy Avalanche, like, well, the thing is Icy Avalanche worked for like the first two, and then Assassination came up, and it was like, oh, so yeah, so like it can just slap through all my overguard, and the thing is, there's not a lot of things to give me back overguard. 41% path assist, pretty neat. Tice's 34, Synapse 31, not so good. Okay, what is my path assist looking like though? $52%.
Hello, lovely. Please, let's have some fun.
Like I could. It's not. You know what? Yeah. Let's just. I'll just boost it up a little bit.
Uncanny. What do you think? Shame. I think that might see you in your dreams.
Yeah. You can very much tell that they wanted you to be in some way attracted to Eleanor. What am I running on this blast influence? How's the weighting? I think we can afford to change it to electric, and then we might, yeah. So that should balance it out, no? Yeah, a little bit more electric and still a lot of blast. Because we do need to proc influence to really make the path assist explode. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. The bad assassination modifier. Like,
Who told you I'd make it?
hello, Kaya
Selmir and
Balasco.
Minerva are ready when you are.
Like,
Stand by for temporal shenanigans.
what do I even bring? Because you got defense, which is like, you could maybe bring like, if you want to bring like a damage frame, you could bring like, I don't know, Savgoth, or like Mesa, or like, you know, right? I mean, maybe you could just bring like a, yeah, like a Cotopathis maybe, but like, yeah. And then Assassination, you know, requires like a tanky character. But the thing is, most of my tanks are like health tanks, and we have, well, I mean, we don't need to take permanent injury, so maybe it's fine. But, you know, still. But then, Elite, it has Toxin, right? Which is like, I don't know, do I just need to bring like Inaros? And then, I mean, Miasmites are okay. But then, like, most of the belligerence is there. When I did Elite, I had Grendel, and I had to punch the miasmites. I don't think I could even eat the miasmites, but I had to punch everything else with my Hirudo just to be able to eat them. So yeah. Took the least dusted Overframe to give a new pass, but they didn't nix. I feel like people were already into Nyx because she is kind of the manipulative goth girl, right? Like, even before Eleanor, she was already, like, people like the manipulative baddie. And I mean, not really my type, but I understand. So, you know, like, have your fun. I'm literally only buying that just because I don't have it. There we go.
May this help
Jaw
your journey.
sword. I have a bummer that a lot of the art guns from here are like not that great.
I hope these interest
The Korean is okay, but it has a Prisma, which is just better, and then the Corvus has a Prime, which is also just better. So it's like, yeah, bit of a shame that one. It's also an interesting choice to make Syndicate weapons not have Syndicate mods, but whatever. Excuse me. Entropy Flight could be interesting, but it's not particularly good, and I don't even think it's an Exilus. Yeah, no, it's not an Exilus. I mean that you need to somehow be able to get value out of entropy in order to make it that good. Or just have a spare mod slot. Now this one is fun. Entropy Detonation, I use it on my alt account. And that was pretty fun. Yeah, super. I don't know if I even use this. Yeah, the one thing I avoid buying is the Suda emotes. Just cause, like, okay, that's kind of me with Suda though. What? I mean, but you know, like, it is a bit. It is a bit out there. Those emotes. There's like dance emotes. I'm like, yeah.
Shall we? That's all we have time for.
Oh, one thing, and you know, I'm just gonna spoil it here. I mean, we are like an hour into the stream, so I guess it's fine to spoil stuff, but what do I feel like playing? I'm not sure how many people know this, but blast procs actually trigger prismatic gem, and that does come up in the video. Oh, the gas. I kind of want to play the gas, but I kind of do. Never I'm feeling low. Never I'm feeling low. And take away your promises. Never I'm feeling low. Wait, before I do that, options, because I was playing with my friends, I moved the Asia region, right? But I did one survival arbitration, and oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Asia region, I can't, okay? You cannot just put your Wisp with the Shido at spawn and then AFK. That's not, you're not playing the game. You're literally not playing the game. You put a mug on your mouse,
under the shadow of death,
or you were
potential
still
shine.
installed a auto clicker,
Life support
and
has
like
been cut off. They're
you're
trying
not
to
playing the
choke you
game.
out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
But yeah, the fact that blast procs can activate prismatic gem makes it such a beautiful ability. And like beautiful ability synergy, because it means that you don't just have, well, okay, well, things, the Exurgis already has, are we really doing this? No, I'm not.
Life support incoming.
The Exurgis already has multi-CO, which goes really well with, yeah, it goes really well with, Citrine. It all has status priming. But then add on to that the fact that you've got, blast proc, like, you can use blast procs on, the Exurgis because of its high status. And also just massive amount of damage, right? And it's just, it's a beast. It is a beast. Yeah, it is a beast. You really gotta buff that tech assault to actually make it like survivable. Auto clicker AFK farmers enjoy the game if they I don't. That's why it's they are kind of a big, like, okay, because I mean, you know, I'm in Asia, right? So I've played Asia region for the longest time. Asia region players are the reason that I always tell people that video games should not be your job. Like, okay, well, I mean, unless you're like a full-time streamer, but a video game itself should not be a job. Like, you can do like competitive video gaming, you can do content creation, right? But the game itself does not give you like anything to help you survive. It is just the game itself. And so you should not treat a video game like a job. But this is what a lot of people do, at least in the Asia region, is they min-max. Well, it used to be that, well, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be that it would always be Slam Wukong on exterminate missions, and you would always get the sweatiest of the sweaty metagamers, like just tapping the fun out of missions because nobody can play them. And then, yeah.
Life support activated.
Yeah. Like, no one can play the video game because the metagamer has made it so that, like, no one can do anything. There's no enemies left to fight. Yeah. Is that a high/max range Ember? We got a Gara and an Ember. See, this is why I like Oshi, the OCE region. Right? You get people running around. You get people actually playing the game. Are we optimizing our arbitration, our Vitus Essence yield? No. But that's okay, because at least these people are playing the game. I hop off rinsing people's wallets with Aya and make Roathe mush. See how they engage in life like that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's kind of the same as like scalpers. Like, it's not as bad as scalpers. I do wish some pretty terrible things that I cannot say online about some scalpers, but that's besides the point.
Get ready for a capsule.
Singapore, My Chemical Romance was gonna do a tour. It sold out within seconds and immediately was on resale sites. And let me just say to everybody who bought it, to immediately place it on a resale site for like twice the price, or even just at any profit at all. Sincerely. And I do not put this lightly. Sincerely. All on your own sword. So, yes. But yeah, anyways, but when it comes to the people who are like, yeah, playing with Shido AFK, like, it's kind of a similar situation where it's like, what are you doing? Like, it's not as bad, because it's still kind of, it is just disheartening. It's not as bad, but it is still disheartening, because it's like, well, you're not enjoying media. You're not engaged with it. You are looking at it as a way to do something which is equivalent to monetary gain, because you can sell stuff for platinum. Which is why I found it both hilarious and like incredibly upsetting when people were bad-mouthing Pablo because he had nerfed the Aya farm. Because, like, how is your life so miserable that your inability to minimize the time spent in a mission, you know, the whole point of the game, you know, to play the game, that has been like changed in favor of making the game less boring, right? But like varying up the the challenges within each bounty, right? The game becomes less boring, you know. Stuff is actually happening, and like you kind of have to be a bit more on your toes. Because I mean that's kind of what I didn't like with Plague Star. However, you are unable to say you probably said my own head too, right? Like, yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know. There's the one thing I wasn't a big fan of with Plague Star was the fact that they didn't like switch things up each time. Whereas I really enjoy it with Valis Undermine, like the fact that that was the yeah, the like all the challenges kept changing up. Like with like the final one's always the same because it's like it's meant to be the main goal of the bounty is to do this, but like all the in-betweens are like, oh, now you need to defend the drone, oh, now you need to keep this area clear from enemies. Like, I like the variation. I like the fact that they switch things up, you know? And that's how that's one way to keep the game interesting and enjoyable. And that's meant to be the point of the game. Games are meant to be fun. So, yeah. Whenever someone is doing something for monetary gain, and it's not meant to be for monetary gain, right? Like Warframe, like buying concert tickets. I'm like, are you even living? You know? Like whenever I hear, I don't play Pokemon TCG. So whenever I hear about people like scalping Pokemon TCG, I'm like, you're not living.
We'll all share in this bounty.
You're not enjoying life. Like your life is not fulfilling because you're viewing it more transactional as compared to just enjoying it as an art, as a game. And games are art, right? And I'm like, is there even hope for you at that point? It's like, yeah. There should be like reverse sculpting instead, actually. Also known as second hand, right? People who give or sell for cheaper stuff that they're not that interested in, or just copies that they have. That, people who sell secondhand for cheaper. That is always something I enjoy. Thrift, for example, thrift shops, and I did go to a few recently, like end of last year. Like thrift shops and all that, great places, you know. And again, I think it says a lot about a person when when the idea behind giving something away is not monetary gain, but rather to, you know, allow others to have something, or I mean in some cases it is really just to clear up space. But then again, you could have also just, I don't know, you could have just like thrown it away. So yeah, the fact that they want to sell it, but they want to sell it for lower is always to me a good sign.
Additional life support has arrived.
There's people who sell for higher than original. You see this arbitration shield drone? Yeah, do that. Undermine is great, you just wish bounty didn't take 4 minutes. I mean, I don't really... Oh, as in each sub-component? Yeah.
Life support has been replenished.
It is a bit of a time sink, some of them. And I do think that more game modes do deserve to have the Archimedia treatment, by which I mean, for example, Archimedia Survival, right? You get the Bao or the Necromax that reduces the timer. Mirror, or like with mirror defense on Deep Archimedia, you have the thing. What's it called? Yeah, it's also an Necromat. Yeah, that reduces the timer, right? I do think timer reducing challenges are good because it does give you a chance. Like, if you're already comfortable in the mission, here's an extra thing you can do, you know, and like you get rewarded for that. I think they should have that for, like, for example, the hold down the zone for however long should be like, oh, you know, here's like an elite enemy, like defeat it, and once you defeat it, like it'll be like, oh, that seems to like that ought to put some fear in the hearts, you know, that kind of thing. And then like it reduces the timer by a certain amount.
Life support activated.
You wish the entire bounty lasted longer. No waiting more time less than welcome back on in. Oh wait, the full bounty for you takes 4 minutes? That's kind of fast actually. I don't know. I like to take my time with some of these. There's something to be said about the fact that because it's very much in a mission format rather than an open world format, you can't pick up new bounties without extracting, which it does kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't mind if we could,
the more successful we will be.
I wouldn't mind if we could just like use the I don't know, use something to like queue more missions inside the mission, but like, you know, yeah. I mean, I think the mission length right now is kind of acceptable, but yeah, I don't know, I wish there was more like requeuing, so to speak. Because yeah, then it does kind of become that fake star situation where you have to you have to like relog every time you finish one, which I'm personally not a fan of. Just get downed and recover immediately, or is that tech assault triggering? I don't know.
Get ready for a capsule.
Like, did tech assault trigger, or did I just nuke something so hard that it brought my cat back immediately? There's something kind of funny about long-range exegesis. Like, the fact that it works. Galvanized acceleration is definitely a mod of all time. I'm sure if I ran narrow barrel, I could like... Oh my gosh. I don't know what accuracy mods I do have though, but I reckon with enough accuracy you could actually kinda snipe with the exegesis. For now though, just have 100% status chance per bullet. Don't mind me. You know, I caught my friend using viral heat on the Vincubus yesterday. I thought that was kind of funny. Like, Vincubus doesn't have a particularly high amount of status chance. Sorry, not Vincubus. Vidaria Prime. No, it was Vincubus. Sorry, it was Vincubus. Vincubus doesn't have a particularly high amount of status chance. But also, Vincubus is a one-shot weapon. I was like, girl, well, like, if your priming, if your Vincubus shot is a primer, I'm afraid to know what you're fighting and what your secondary is. You know? And like, if you're gonna say like, oh, it's to prime the next shot, if it ain't dead in one shot, yeah, Vincubus needs help. That or honestly, like, it's still only one stack of viral is the thing. So they're probably better off regardless with just more innate, like just more damage. Oh, they rezzed my cat. That's very nice of you. It's very, very nice of you. I don't know why you do that, but I appreciate it. Boom. I don't know, I just felt like it. It's also very funny because tempered venison likes to mix up with health conversion in the UI sometimes. If you see the thumbnail of this stream, it's actually what I got from using the Unaru hammer and then health conversion, I think, proc, which resulted in there being just, you know, just a few stacks. Just a few stacks. And by the way, tempered venison's supposed to have 5 stacks maximum. And each strike is meant to summon up to 5 motes, which this should have done. But on my UI, you can see it only says I have 2. Now why does it only say I have 2? Because I don't know. I actually don't know. So, yeah.
Additional life support has arrived.
Exit is also just a really nice feeling weapon. I'm not usually someone who likes these one-shot weapons, but being able to make the reload speed this comfortable helps a lot. I think Warframe really sticks out in this aspect. There's very few other games, like Borderlands kind of does it, like you can kind of get reload speed sometimes, but it's very difficult to really get a lot. Whereas like Warframe, you can just have like Shotgun Vendetta, if you really want Prime Tactical Pump, but I'm not doing that, I'm just using Chilling Reload. So you just get a kind of infinite ammo in that sense. Like, it is very much a slow firing, semi-automatic, but it feels like punchy. The reload speed becomes its fire rate, so to speak. And also why I'm not a big fan of Tigris, which is like 2 shots. Because to me, it doesn't feel as good. I mean, maybe I just need to make it have a better reload. No, what is it? I don't think it's a Tigris. It's... No, there's a weapon which is like ba-ba. With enough love and reload speed, I think it can be made comfortable enough for my liking. But in its base state, I've just not been a huge fan. Because it's like da-da, da-da, da-da. But it's not just da-da, it's da-da, and then you have to like reload, like da-da, 2, da-da, 2, 3, you know? also Fallout works if you just use your companion to trigger it. It's not really something I can try out right now, but oh wait, no, I mean I could try in the simulacrum right after this. Warframe does some unusual stuff. Crux, that's true. Crux makes... Okay, Crux is kind of funny though, because with Crux you can actually have a few shots in the chamber for your Exorcist. But you know what's really fun? Proc Arcane Pistolier, and then swap to Exorcist. That's my advice. Trigger Arcane Pistolier, and then swap to your Exorcist. Oh yeah, extraction, right. Even is extraction, is this one?
Look what our Tenno operative just found. They could not do this without you. Another job well executed.
Okay, time to build a simulacrum, and then we will be probably
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
concluding. So I've got uniform fitting tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, today, which fascinating by the way. Uniform fitting. But yeah, you girls getting an internship, so that's gonna be fun, I reckon. Today is Wednesday. What should I get? Off to the Morton. I do wish that the Helvania Courtyard simulacrum, that the vehicles didn't have a health bar, or semblance of a health bar. They didn't explode. Yeah, thanks by the way. But yeah, I wish it didn't explode, because it does kind of throw a wrench in the whole, like you have to always blow them up first. Otherwise, it's a bit hard to test anything. Right, leaded gas. What if I just had... yeah. And then let's move away the companion for now, and let's... Yeah, so basically what you do is yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Okay, the other thing that I was looking at was Right, because you have universal fallout. Do companions trigger universal fallout? So as you can see, oh, yep, oh, yep, okay, yep, yep, okay, that's good. Alright, okay, that's interesting then. Because that means that anybody can run universal fallout if they have a companion that primes radiation. Huh. That's good to know. Yeah, I mean, obviously you are going to want to have a very, very good primer.
Others make a great salad. And still others, they can spread your mind out.
But,
you're not sure where you end.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And where the universe begins. But not everyone respects their local fun.
That also means that for my Yareli build, I mean, I'm kind of already on Blessing and Persistence is the thing, but theoretically, if I put Universal Fallout here and had my companion, why am I using Why You Always Lion? Bit strange. But yeah, means that I could just put like Manifold Bond in here and basically have a companion that constantly procs, like constantly primes. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Blast Shield, Coolant Leak. Can I explain Health Tank Yareli theory to you? Okay, I can, yes. So, Health Tank Yareli is basically using the Tau Forged blue armor shards, first of all. The armor shards boost your Marolina, which means that she gets some whatchamacallit, you know. She gets some of that good old status, that old damage reduction, because Marolina's base armor is like 0, basically. Yeah. So with armor shards now, she has 1,000 armor. So there's that. Then you get health conversion, which gives you even more armor. So you're at about 2,000 armor. And then Arcane Blessing gives you 1,500 health, which is usually about enough to eat some damage. Then my subsume I'm using is Gloom, So everything that's hitting me is hardly hitting me, basically. Because it's so slow. So this is a huge amount of health tanking. Now, if I took off Gloom, I have to be extra careful. But it can still be kind of done. When things are actually trying to hit me. But yeah. Basically, Marilena, super tanky. You, also super tanky. That's kind of the idea of how tanky really. Pick up a health orb, you get health conversion, you get more armor. Now, the only thing is that this is a very health orb reliant setup. So it means that you need a companion that helps you with getting more health orbs. So if we just put synth deconstruct here, everything the companions damage will have a 25% to drop a health orb, which means that, so you see now I'm at like no health orbs, right? Because of I'm at 370 health, right? Then you see that my companion has damaged a bunch of them, and already I get some health orbs from that. So yeah, it's kind of the gist of it. Is you have your pet do the health orb generation for you, and then you use the health orbs to get super tanky, and then Marilena is also just super tanky. So yeah. And then Gloom heals Marilena. Gloom doesn't heal you, is like the only thing, but you are taking a lot less damage than Marilena is, so you can kind of still be okay. The main thing is you just need to make sure to pick up health orbs, which isn't that difficult. But yeah. That's kind of the build for that. I think I'm gonna go with pistol amp though, because I mean, well, the camaraderie doesn't really do much when you have the compressor prime. Yeah. Anyways, back to building. This is... Actually, this one's more armor based, so actually I should make you an armor frame. Yeah, link fiber looks good. And then we'll give you Animal Instinct, the normal one first, while we see what else we can put on you. Coolant Leak is always good. Does hard engage? Let's find out. Let's find out. Does hard engage trigger manifold bond? It looks like it. Oh wait, no. That just looks like normal status chance. Yeah, it just looks like normal status chance. Okay. Yeah. So... Ooh, that looks so good, but it's expensive. Sorry, I need to handle my lunch. You know, I'm gonna get bacon fried rice. Oh wait, no, that's also expensive. What? Okay, so going back to the simplest option. Okay. Anyways, I'll handle that more later. So another thing is obviously we're gonna want to put vacuum. Guardian's not as useful in this one. Is Medray useful? It is a percent health. 3% health is actually pretty bad. Like per second. 3% per second. Yeah, not that means it's okay, but it's only okay. So I'm not really gonna use that. So yeah, we're gonna go coolant leak. Wait, no. So that's a good question. I assumed that blast shield was proccing manifold, but is it? It is. Okay. So we're still gonna use blast shield even though it doesn't need blast shield. At least I don't think it will. Then we can put 6 seconds. Anti-grav grenade could be cool. But I don't actually know if I want that. But you know, let's put it there anyways. And whiplash mine. No, no, oh wait, no. I can link it to. Let's just put. Well, I think it's. Let's put anti-grav grenade. Okay. And then. Yeah, coolant leak. And you can put anti-grav grenade as the last one because you don't really need it as badly. Then we are gonna put duplex bond because gloom is gonna mean we're always using energy. And I guess seismic bond is always gonna be helpful. Yeah. Go with that. Do I want the Tazakar? Yeah, I do. Because it's gonna be priming everything. Oh, does anti-grav mine? Yes, it does. Okay. Good. Just yelled. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll see y'all in the future. As usual, my socials in the description. Please join if you're not a bot. I've been getting quite a few of those in my server recently, and it's a bit concerning, but what can you do? I suppose. Well, I know what I can do, which is I can constantly be kicking them, and my mods are constantly kicking them as well, so, you know. But, yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Y'all take it easy. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever time it is. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see y'all in the future. Dude, I love the default dance. I think it's Chroma who introduced that to me. Thank you very much. Oh, it's on cooldown. Nope, not this. Oh! Sniper Yareli. Coming to a cinema near you. Okay, yeah, bye. I forgot to press end stream.